Good morning, Kadenians. Today we will have a look at the first NFT project on Kadena, which is still live and which is the Kadena Gallinas. So if you are ready to set yourself up a farm, let's get directly into it. So if you are ready, we will start our own Gallinas farm now. But before I show you everything and how it works, I want to read you a little message from Squiegee, who is the founder of the Kadena Gallinas, and a lot of devs should know Squiegee. He's also the founder of Swarm's Finance. We'll get directly into it. So, Gallinas was made back in January, and if you remember back then, there was nothing else to do, and no NFTs, no Marmalade and testnet either. And price falling. I believe we had Colorblock, which had recently disappeared, and then Pacty Parrots on testnet, which Kadena made. Gallinas was there to inject a spark into Kadena NFTs and encourage others to build, since it's incredibly fast to develop software here and we didn't have anything else. And shortly after you saw lots of NFT projects came out, I enjoyed seeing that. But as I personally didn't do any marketing and stuff for Gallinas, I like to write and create, I just kind of faded as other NFT projects came out. Despite all my flaws, though, with my lack of marketing skills, I will say I have helped just about every project in some ways with pack bugs, major bugs, of which get fixed and you probably don't ever heard about it. So I am very sure that most of the devs on Kadena know Squiegee, and if you didn't know him yet, leave him a follow on Twitter and also follow the Kadena Gallinas on Twitter to not miss out on any updates. But I want to show love to Squiegee, who's been helping here for ages, is a true OG and one of the best and most loving Kadena devs. So shout out to you, Squiegee, and I want every one of you to hold at least one Gallina, and that's why I'm doing this video. Continuing, I'm still very active here on Kadena and help a lot. I do keep Gallinas running for those that still use it, like me, and I still like Kadena too. Now, NFTs like this are very competitive, marketing is seen, and since I am more of a writer, my own NFT project suffered due to my flaws in other areas. But I do help lots of others still. We are starting to see a good run of pack devs who have been writing for a year now. It should get better. I hope NFT evolution continues and we can move past marketing to start to focus on other things like utility on Kadena. I really like KMC, mock, and ideas like that. Hopefully ideas like KMC can influence others to focus on cool things like utility and make it so NFT owners don't rely so heavily on bad marketers like Squiegee. And this was the message from Squiegee. Now, I know that not many people in the Kadena Eco know about the Kadena Gallinas or even play it or have one. That's exactly why I want to do this video again, because it's the first NFT project, it is running, and I want to get this up. So first thing you want to do is, when you hop over onto the Kadena Gallinas, let me disconnect my wallet, is hop over onto Connect Wallet, and I am using my eckoWallet or eckoWallet. So what you want to do is click on it, then click on save, and after that confirm it, and your wallet should be connected. If it doesn't, just try it again. Now, if you don't have a Gallina yet, you want to get yourself an egg. So click on buy and hatch eggs, and this may load a few seconds longer than other websites, but just be patient. So what you want to do is buy one egg, which will cost you 1 KDA. Now the eggs will be here forever. At least that's what I know. Maybe there will be a cap somewhere, but for now you can breed as many eggs as you want. Now you can see this clock up here moving. This means my transaction is in process, and those transactions actually take a few minutes. So again, you will have to be patient on that, and after this is finished, we will be able to see our Gallina or our little chicken here under manage your Gallinas. But I will make a little cut until this transaction is done, and then I will see you in a second. The first waiting game is over, and before we can actually see our Gallina, we have to hatch it. So after you have bought an egg, you can hatch it, and this won't cost anything, so you can just name it whatever you want. Let me just name it Nexa, for the sake of all of you guys making big bank on Nexa right now. Now, after you click on hatch, click on confirm, and after that on OK up here. Now again, you will see your little transaction in progress up here. So again, the waiting game, and I'll see you in a few minutes. Well, now that Nexa has hatched, you won't be able to see it here. You'll have to hop over to manage your Gallinas, and this is where you will be able to see all of your Gallinas you have bred and you have bought from the marketplace. And this is basically it. That way you can breed yourself Gallinas and build a farm. Now, of course, you can also hop over onto the Gallina marketplace and snag yourself some awesome Gallinas there. And you will also see some Gallinas with different traits, for example, a head, a coat, a guitar, UFOs flying around, and whatnot. And you may think, whoa, how do I get this? Do I get this through buying and hatching eggs? No, this was available through the pet shop. And for that, you would need those vouchers. Now, how do you get those vouchers? You get them through hopping over onto Manage Your Gallinas and putting a Gallina up for adoption. This means selling it. So a ticket would basically cost 1 KDA. So if I wanted to get myself a ticket, click up on the egg, click on sell, and put it up for adoption. After adopting it, of course, you got yourself 1 voucher. Then hopping to the pet shop, you were able to get your Gallina of your choice a gift. Now, this is pretty interesting because this is finished, and rarity farming, or those rarity gifts, were available for 1 whole year, and every week there was a new gift which you can check out in the announcements channels in the Gallina Discord. So every week there was a new gift which you could gift to your Gallinas. Now this just stopped, I don't know, a week ago. So if you want to get your Gallinas a gift, you can only do this through the Gallina marketplace now, or through breeding. And this is pretty dope. Now, if we hop onto my Gallinas, you can see some of my have some beautiful traits, and this is because I have bought all of them through the marketplace. I didn't manage to get my Gallina a gift because for the last week it didn't work, and now it's over. Now we all can only get those through the marketplace. But if we hop over onto our Gallina, we can see a lot of stats, and this is pretty interesting, and I just want to hop over them really quick and give you an idea on how this works. So first up, we have the gender, which is female, and there's also male. Of course, makes sense to breed new Gallinas. Then the birthday, and next up the generation. Now there is 20 generations starting from 0 to 20, with 20 being the most rare generation. 0 is plain white. You can't see it on the picture right now, but just for your information. So if you're back onto my Gallina, we can see it is generation 0, so the most low rank. Next breed is 7 days after hatching, so on the 11th, and underneath we can see sets, and sets are what we just talked about. So for example, on this one I can see it's set 7, which would be the hat and the jacket. Also on this one, you can also see it's set 23 because it also has some different traits which were able to be in the pet shop. On Nexa, you can see set 0 because it doesn't have any different traits. And if I check out my other Gallinas, you can also see the normal Gallinas with set 0 who don't have any special traits. If I hop back onto other Gallinas, you can see different sets down here. And yeah, those are the sets I have just showed you, which were able to get for 1 week, for 1 entire year. So if you missed out, you have to get yourself them from the marketplace. But heading back to the stats, and if you don't have a Kadena wallet yet, the Koala Wallet is your passport to the Kadena ecosystem. You can download it on iOS and Android, and make sure to leave a 5-star review after downloading it. Now with the Koala Wallet, you can store all of your Kadena tokens on your wallet, and also it has full NFT support, and also many updates like Swap in Seconds and Wallet Connect, which I think is currently live for Android users. You can also buy Kadena directly through it, and they are working on many more updates to give you the best possible experience in the Kadena ecosystem. And if you want to rock some awesome Koala swag, they also just recently added Kadena swag. You can hop over onto swag.koalawallet.io, choose whatever you want, and when checking out, you can use the code NOAH30 for 30% off. Those 30% are going towards me, so I thank everyone using that code, and this should be it. Don't forget to download the Koala Wallet today for the passport into the Kadena ecosystem. Before we continue, if you want to have a better view of your Gallina, all you have to do is click on the name up here. This will direct you to the inspect page. Now this doesn't do much. This just shows you your Gallina in your little cage, and if you click on it, you can see the info up again. So now we have talked about gender, birthday, generation, and the next breed, and also the set. The rarity, of course, makes sense, means that there's only 60 Gallinas with those with this set, so with this coat and head, which is cool, so you know how many Gallinas there are. Of course, there can be more through breeding, but this is how you know your rarities. And after the rarities, we are gonna have a look at the DNA, which is really interesting and which makes the Kadena Gallinas what they are. So let's hop over on to what is Gallina DNA. So each gene determines a trait. So the primary genes are responsible for all the traits that visibly make up the Gallina, and these make up the first section of the Gallina DNA, simply labeled as DNA. So let me hop back to my Bitcoin Gallina because I want to show it with that one. And there's only 6 Gallinas with a Bitcoin trade. So I snagged myself 2 from the marketplace, which I am very happy about. And for example, here we have Bitcoin, which is a female. Down here we can see the DNA, and if we hover over it, you can see all of those different traits which are separated. Now, let me explain those to you a little better. So DNA, as we just have seen, are responsible for the traits that visibly make up the Gallinas. And all the other genes are hereditary genes, which are the HDNA genes. And those are the genes that are used to determine the Gallina's offspring. These sets of hereditary genes all start with the letter H, such as H1DNA. So hereditary genes listed on the back of your Gallina's card can be thought of as potential possibilities, and it's through breeding you can unlock those possibilities as primary traits in the Gallina offspring. And this is really interesting. So if you hop back onto the Gallinas and just check out all the different DNAs, you can see a lot of stats going on there and a lot of math going on there. So there's another cool feature, which is the DNA records, and you can get through it if you click on home on the Gallina's website and just scroll down. And what that is DNA records. So for example, I have put in set 39. Set 39 is the Bitcoin set, as you can see here. And there's only one of 6, so I'm happy with that. Now, the first genes are 20, 16, and 13. And if we hop back, we can see that gene 20, for the beak, there are only 7 Gallinas with the beak in gene 20. And what was the second one? So it was 16 and 13. So the belly, gene 16, there are only 10 Gallinas with that. And the chest was gene 13. So there's only 8 Gallinas with the chest of gene 13. So this is basically how it works. Now you can check out how many Gallinas there are, check out the DNA and whatnot. But what I can tell you is that I haven't done too much research into those DNAs and how to actually breed them, but I know there are some serious people out there who know exactly how this works and the possibilities and how to breed, but I didn't do too much research on that. But I'll still link you all of the articles in the description, because there's also more info on how breeding actually works. So you've seen the DNA, which I've just shown you, and how it gets put together, and I've told you how this is being built is really cool, because all of the genes and all of the offspring are either copied or merged from the parents, so you can trace everything back. Also, genes move up via breeding, so an H3 gene moves up to an H2 gene and whatnot. And also there is this dominance, which determines how many genes merge into the offspring, and this will also determine on what genes you will get. So for example, I have this Bitcoin female up here. The dominance is minus 131, and if I breed it with a male who has a strong dominance, the genes of the male are more likely to put over. So I will have to see how I want to breed this to get another Bitcoin Gallina out of that. And let's hop back onto the stats. So again, we've checked out gender, the birthday, generation, the next breed, the set and the rarities, and also the DNAs and also the dominance. So now you have an idea of how everything works or what all of those mean. Now down here you can see some different numbers and letters, and this is your Gallina's ID. So if I want to breed a Gallina, I would need to copy that. So I want to show you how breeding works. So let me find some I can breed. So down here I am able to breed my Flux female. So what I want to do is copy this ID and search a male which I can breed with. Alright, finally I have found my Bitbong who is ready to breed, and if you want to breed, now you will only have to click on breed. This will direct you to this page where you will have to enter the ID of your other Gallina we just copied. After that, click on breed and this will direct you to the breeding page. And all you have to do is click on the heart and you will breed a little Gallina. So Bitbong and Flux are gonna breed. This will cost me 1 KDA again. So confirm this in your wallet, click on OK, and you will see your transaction pending again. Now until this transaction finishes, let me hop over onto a few pages and show you more things. So again, those were the Gallina NFT sets which were able for 7 days, and you can also see that the supply increased of 500 more NFTs over each set. So you also now have an idea of how many there are. But again, you can check out all your Gallinas and check out the rarities and do your own math and calculate on how the rarities work and which ones you want. But again, I just wanted to show you how generally this works. So all you need to do is buy and hedge eggs, and there you have your Gallina's farm. It will continue to cost 1 KDA. Again, I don't know how long this will be open, but for now it will stay open, and I would love to get more people into the Kadena Gallinas, see some awesome breedings and also some more sales on the marketplace, because there are some dope ones yet, like the kitty cat one, which I also bought myself for I think 24 KDA. So if you want to check out the marketplace, do it. There ain't too many on there, so you might get a chance to snag a few really good ones. Again, follow them on Twitter if you haven't yet. Join the Discord if you haven't yet. There's also some good stuff going on there, and also some further info from the founder, and also some breeder pros or farmers. And that's basically everything about the Gallinas. Now you can see that the breeding has been finished. I can change the name if I want, but I won't do this now. You can see that it's in generation 1, so not the lowest. I will have to wait 1 week to breed it. Also set is 0 because it doesn't have any kind of gift. Again, the rarity, there is 2,593 of those two, and again the DNA which you can check out. So if I wanted to check out how many there are, I would have to hop back onto DNA records, choose Z0, and after this loaded up, I can check out all the different genes and find out all the different info. Underneath you can see the info of the mother and the father, and this is basically it. Now again, join the Kadena Gallinas Discord, follow them on Twitter. Let me see your Gallinas which you have hedged, and tag me on Twitter, and I will be giving away a few Kadena Gallina eggs for everyone who has hedged themselves 1 or 2 Gallinas. So tag me on Twitter, let me know what you've got, and maybe you will get a few eggs from myself. This should be it. Let me know all the questions you have in the comments, and yeah, I love the Kadena Gallinas. I really want to see them blow up. Let's do some marketing for them, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next video. See ya.